Dragon Ball Battle of the Gods coming to like DVD and what's it in? DVD, Blu-ray? Like what's it in, guys? And when?
I think it's out. It's hit.
It's out.
Yeah, you can get it right. You can get it right over there. Like Funimation booth has it.
Oh hell yeah!
That guy waving his hand, he'll sell it to you.
Yeah,
he's right.
He's
gone. I got it.
Take my money. So guys, what is it like being the voices of like? I can't say that word. Like Goku and Vegeta. Like what is it like? What is the daily life like?
Well, see, as a perfect example of what it's like, actually last night we were having pizza.
Okay.
At one of the pizza joints, you know what I'm saying? And it's one of those ones you walk in, everybody's walking after they get drunk. Although we were not drunk. And we're sitting there having pizza, and I see people talking in the corner. And then as they're walking by, the woman says something about Vegeta, and then they have 5 of the 7 Dragon Balls. And sometimes people say that when they kind of want to get our attention, but they clearly did not know that we were sitting there. And they walk right past us, and we're both going,
It's this moment, and we burst out
laughing. We're laughing. Wow. Just having a place of pizza, people walking by truck and talking about Dragon Balls.
Oh my god.
So that was kind of exciting. That's what it's like.
Did you guys take any action to do like?
Oh no. We just like to enjoy the moment.
Yeah, it was too late at that moment.
Yeah, they walked out pretty quick.
It was too late. And then it's like in New York, you can't believe anyone would run up to you and go, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm voice of Vegeta."
Yeah,
get out of here. Here's $2.
Where'd you guys fly in from anyway?
I flew in from LA.
And I flew in from Dallas.
Dallas, nice.
Yeah, we can't live in the same state.
No, too much power.
Yeah.
How often do you guys get together for this stuff?
Yeah, you know.
We meet in Arizona sometimes in the desert, you know.
Flash and the rocks float.
So wonderful. So, what are the favorite scenes you guys have? Like,
in the movie?
Well, anything. Like you guys have been doing this for a long time now, right?
Well, honestly, my favorite scenes right now are really from the movie. I really feel like there's some really great stuff in the movie that was not really explored or in the Dragon Ball Z universe.
You know, some spoiler-free stuff.
Oh gosh,
I was pretty nervous for the movie when I heard that they were coming out with a film. I was excited. I was like, I hope they can bring it. And I think that they really did do something incredibly special. There's a lot of crazy, awesome fan service in it.
Yeah.
There's an epic fight in it. Vegeta has one of his most amazing, charming moments.
Amazing, charming moments.
Yeah. Does that make any sense to you at all? He has like an endearing moment, which is very unusual for Vegeta.
I don't know if I can picture that. But just go watch this and like that's we have purpose. We're watching Battle of the Gods now. Vegeta, like, does he just get like really like sensitive? Like, what's going on?
You will leave the theater with a few feels.
I can man tears. They come out sometimes. Like
there'll be bloody man tears.
Bloody man tears. Yeah. I don't get those kind of tears.
I get to do a Vegeta impression in it.
You do?
Yeah, I won't tell you when.
Oh, so you're not going to do that for me now?
Well, I would be ruining it it'd be a spoiler. It'd be a total spoiler.
Understood. It's all right. But we should pull up the chat. Let's see what questions people have.
Yeah, let's do it.
So you guys watch live. Yeah. So let's watch chat.
We have all the balls. No, that
was me, but we tweeted and twitched a bunch after that. Wait, what do you call it when you're twitching? You're twitching? Tweeting?
You ended to scroll down or something.
How do you scroll down?
You guys control it. That was the first one I did.
More messages below.
Maybe it's the other window. There are 2 windows.
I need to click this thing over here. I've got the power. And or not. All right. I'm going to press.
There's another window that was open.
All right. So this is. I don't know how to work a browser.
Well, you also are not sitting in front of it.
Yeah, that's cool. We got this. So here we go. We got it.
Okay. I like this.
Okay, cool. So what do we got here?
We got a bunch of guys.
Wait, I'm not doing that with my hand.
Oh, this is like a 15-second delay.
Oh, wow.
Wait a second. This is us in the past.
Would you guys enjoy the chance to voice over each other's characters? Yes. I would not want to play Goku. He's way too nice.
Well, we have the experience of kind of doing that when we do Vegeta and
in a way, yes, and I don't like that
either. I don't like it either. It's too close.
Can you try something out? Could I hear like some Goku from Chris right now? Vice versa?
Well, our voices when I do Vegeta, it's kind of like a Goku verse voice with a kind of semi-British accent.
You gotta show it.
So it's like what was one of the lines from the video?
I'm neither Kakarot nor...
I'm neither Kakarot nor Vegeta. I'm Vegeta. And then that's kind of semi, and then Chris will come in because he leads with that voice.
Okay.
But when I do Gogeta, I just do it normal Goku, and then he has to do kind of a Goku.
Yeah, and I have to try and copy his Goku, which is just not any sort of character I ever play. I always play mean guys. So whenever I have to copy him, I do this Yamcha impression. I'm neither Goku nor Vegeta. I'm Goku. That's my impression of Goku, unfortunately. I'm nice to everyone. Yeah, it's great.
So do you guys have favorite characters in Dragon Ball Z universe that aren't like you? Or
I'm a big like Vegeta. I'd maybe close second, and Trunks. I'm a big Trunks fan.
There you go.
I'm a big Hercule fan. I like Hercule.
Awesome. But Bubbles is awesome.
Bubbles is a great
He's
character.
Bubbles.
And how long have you guys been Dragon Ball Z fans? I mean, like, was it before you guys first got involved?
I was so familiar with the show before I auditioned.
How was that first like approach? Like, you know, like I guess you guys went and auditioned, or did someone approach you guys, like being part of the industry? Like, how did that work?
Well, I was not part of the industry. It was my first audition. So it was
Like
ever.
Yeah.
It was my open casting call that I found in the newspaper, and then I showed up and was required to do.
I put that ad in the newspaper. Yeah, we were casting to try and find people in the Dallas area. There was no other dubbing house in Dallas. There was no one else that was doing any sort of anime dubbing. So none of the agents were quite sure what to do, and there weren't anyone that was entirely trained in it either. So we just had to pull people from the Dallas area. Sean was one of them. He was freaking amazing.
What did you guys do before this?
I was a professional French horn player.
Yeah, I worked in radio and television film.
I was a professional French horn.
You're serious?
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Do you still do any of that now?
I
rock that French horn.
I realized that that 4 French horn players getting together and rocking is an oxymoron, so I bought some electric guitars and I tried to rock it.
He bought an electric French horn.
I bought the electric. No, I had run my French horn through a distortion pedal, and it just doesn't work like a guitar. So
Amazing. It doesn't work like that.
I made it work, but it doesn't sound as cool as a guitar. You know.
And what you do in radio? Like what was it?
I worked
Also?
at rock stations. I hadn't gotten too far in the radio business yet. I was still doing overnight, weekends, and the really boring shifts on the really boring radio station.
When they call it, you trolled somebody.
I trolled a lot of people.
Sally Beauty Supply.
Yeah.
Sally Beauty Supply.
Oh man, when I was in college, I worked for in technical support for Sally Beauty Supply. It was the best job ever. Sitting at a desk, getting calls from 15-year-old girls.
How do I use my hair curler?
I don't know how to operate my computer. The numbers don't work on my computer. I'm like, is the number lock light on? Ryan doesn't have that button.
It's above the number 7. Just
Do you guys miss that at all? Probably not. Right? The newfound power of being like Goku and Vegeta, I'm sure, is just insatiable.
I don't know if it's power or as much as it is just a really great humbling feeling. It's like, just like meeting the pizza people last night. The thing, it's just like it just makes life awesome.
There's a lot of responsibility with that, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, you have to be evil, so that's okay. 'Cause you play Vegeta, but there's Goku, man. You can't go around doing drugs.
No, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. I'm just doing whatever I'm an actor, so
there we go.
Sorry, excuse my.
No, that's fine. It's fine. So let's see what we got in chat here. What you guys got for these guys?
It says Hassan Hey.
That's it. If it ends before we get an over 9,000 impression, I will riot.
Let's do an impression of it's overnight, not the actual thing, but an impression of.
Whoa, you should do it.
I would do it. It's over 9,000. That was my impression. Chacho looks like a stoner.
Yes. But all right.
So I have to say it's over 9,000 before people riot. Is that the problem?
There'll be no rioting now. I was looking forward to the rioting.
Yeah.
Now, George over there was suggesting, how about we get a different number? Can we get some suggestions from chat? Besides 9,000, what if we replace 9,000 with a different number or a different word?
It's over 186,000 miles per second.
That works. What do we got here? Oh, let's check out Hassan. My childhood brought to life. That's right. You guys are alive. Your childhood's voices.
And now we will kill your childhood.
No, they're really excited about that riot. Will you record DBZ Kai Majin Buu Saga?
Hang on, we'll get right on that. Hang on.
Hold on, we're gonna start right now.
To the booth. We're gonna get right on it.
How long did it take to do all the voice stuff for?
It's over 420.
It's over 6,900. It took us. Well, for me, when you're playing a lead role, like Chris is playing lead roles, multiple. It takes me a day to do 1 or 2 episodes. We're doing how many?
It takes about 2.5 days to do a single episode.
Okay.
Front to back with all the
For
characters.
every actor.
Yeah.
Because you can do about 2 episodes a week.
Yeah, and you can get through about an episode every 2 hours or so.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So that's about all.
Do you need a prep, or is this just walk in and just ready to go?
Walk in, ready to go.
At this point, but that's been the beauty of something new like Battle of Gods. It's the first movie we didn't walk in and go, I already know the story. Just go ahead and run it.
Yeah.
We should get to watch it and enjoy it and really get to figure out what they're doing.
How many times do you have to watch it? Is this something where you're watching 15 times or really get to it? Is it one time no, I got it?
Well, it's still the entertainment business, so they're always like, we got this movie, we got to double it really quickly. Can you get it done in 2 weeks? So
you watch this once and go. So I watched it once in Japanese before we recorded it. But when in the recording process, you'll see in the booth, they do a lot of pre-roll with you hear Chris talking to me and setting up the scene.
Right.
So on the Battle of Gods DVD, you'll see these extra features. You'll hear Chris talking. Okay, we're gonna do that. Make sure we hit this word. And then I'm prepping. And then we hit beeps and go.
I usually let the actor watch the scenes that are applicable to them. Like if you're a character that's just gonna hang out at Bulma's birthday party, I'm gonna show you Bulma's birthday.
That's also, you don't need to watch. You watch the entire thing at home, dude. Like, you just need to watch this party, do your thing.
Yeah, 'cause sometimes when I'm in the booth and the director is like, all right, let me explain to you the entire story, about halfway through my brain just starts going,
My buddy Tom likes to do that. Tom Whalen, if you're out there.
He's out there.
He likes to, like, you've been playing a big character in Pokemon. He's like, okay, now, this episode of Pokemon, he'll tell you the whole story. And you're like, a Pokemon that only says one word.
Yeah.
Like I say, Thundurus! And he goes, okay, you're Thundurus, and here's the story. I'm like, I just gotta say Thundurus. That's it. What's the problem? No, I'm gonna tell you the whole story. He's hilarious.
But they don't say it with heart, man.
Yeah, I gotta say it with heart.
So I'm sure you guys like ask all the time, like, how did you become like a voice actor? How did you get into the industry? Like, what's your entry to those guys? It's like give up.
It's not that. It's not that it's hard. It's, if you've got talent and you have a passion for it, it's definitely something that's doable.
I feel like the lucky breaks that used to happen don't happen as much anymore. People really have to kind of create their own destiny now. So there's a lot of people out there, if they're interested in voice acting, they're dubbing on their computer right now. They're releasing stuff on YouTube. People are really actively doing what they want to do now instead of waiting for someone to say, you've got talent.
You got talent, kid. I'm hiring you.
You guys like actually need to get out there and make yourself known.
Yeah.
Be picked up.
When I was younger, I never knew I was training to be a voice actor, but I loved to record my voice and play it back. It wasn't that I loved the sound of my own voice, but I also liked recording every object in my house and trying to make little scenes. I had no idea that was going to lead to what I do now.
And I used to turn on the volume on my TV and do voices in real time, particularly on black and white television. So I would just make that guy talk, and make him loud.
Yeah, I was grounded from TV a lot. My parents were super strict. If I even get a B, they would ground me. And so the first thing they ground me from was from TV. So I'd sit on this rocking chair and pretend to be listening to music when in fact I was looking at the TV through a reflection in the mirror. And so I just had to make up what was going on too.
Yeah. So that's kind of how we did it.
How'd you get from French horns to do this audition that Chris puts out? Like, what compelled you to go like audition to be like?
It wasn't really a compelling thing. A friend of mine was like, you gotta do this audition. You're gonna be great for this. Because I always get invited to parties to do voices, and I did stand-up comedy very briefly, but there was a lot of time to do this, do that, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to do it. I'll be a French horn player. And they just kept pressuring me and bugging me, And usually, when I started thinking about it, and once I decided, though, I treated it like totally like a classical audition. So I put together my resume. I took any voices that I had from working at a puppet theater, stuck them on a tape, and just tried to look as professional as possible, even though I was not a professional voice actor.
He brought in a sweet headshot that looked like it was mimeographed, it was like this bluish blank and white picture that
my friend took a picture of me. Said, here's your headshot.
Sounds really
it had these like super futuristic letters. I was like, Schemmel 5.
And what was your reaction to that?
All right.
Blown away.
I was impressed because he's one of the few guys that came to the audition and was fully prepared. He had obviously done some research. And here's a funny story. Anyone who knows Dragon Ball Z knows the character Captain Ginyu.
Oh, yeah.
And the funny thing is that when we called Sean Schemmel to say, hey man, just letting you know, you're going to be playing the character of Goku in Dragon Ball Z. He's like, are you sure? Because I really felt like I nailed that Captain Ginyu character.
I really want to do that part, because I really...
No, you're going to like Goku. Goku's a good part. He's like, but are you sure? Because I really felt I nailed Captain Ginyu.
I was arguing to get Captain.
Can you give us a line? You got me a line?
I remember like, change now! I mean, it was like totally crappy. It was terrible voice.
But Chris knew what he saw it though, so that's awesome.
Yeah, Sean really stuck out.
Thank you. I didn't know that. That's
well, he stuck out because there were at the time we were auditioning everyone. Like we were auditioning, it was just open call. Anyone who wanted to come in. So we had some of the funniest auditions.
Anyone really like awkward or out of place come in for audition?
Oh yeah,
like a grandma or like.
Oh dude, so many weird people. There's this one guy who came in and he picked up the character sides. Anyone who's ever auditioned, there's the name of the character and the description of the character and then the lines. And this guy came in and goes, yeah, I'm gonna be reading the part of Bulma. and Bulma's a female.
Of course, yeah.
And he's like, Bulma is a smart technical genius who is. I'm like, okay, first of all, that's a female character, and you're reading the description of that character. So why don't we start that over again? And you know, do you want to read something else? No, I'll do Bulma. I'm like, all right, you're gonna play ball. Here we go. So I'm Bulma. I'm a technical genius. I'm like, oh, you're reading the description of it again, and this went on. He goes, I mean, I can do a million voices. Like I can do a kid voice. Like, I'm Bulma. This is not down. I'm doing my kid voice up here, and this is my regular voice, and I can do an old man voice too. This is my old man voice.
So what'd you call him to give him the job?
Yeah, Sean got the job 2 weeks later.
How did that happen? Man, amazing. That's good stuff. Very cool. Let's check out what Chad has to say.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, it's Swift, Cookies, and Immortalized. How is everyone?
hey, big cat.
Everyone's great.
There you go.
Great over here.
So yeah, let's do a big since your voices are amazing. So now, have you guys ever been approached? I'm sure you approach all the time to do like other gigs. Like, is there anything you just had to say like, nah, that's amazing, but I'm just not gonna do that? I don't know if you're actually allowed to say that.
There have been some jobs that I have. There's some hentai I've turned. Well, all hentai I've turned down.
You turned down hentai?
Not because I'm like morally against it, because I'm not. I think it's great. It freaks me out. So if that's your cup of tea, great. But I was like, a friend of mine asked me to be some background voices, and I put the headphones on.
Goku!
Well, I didn't know it was Goku, but they asked me to do heavy breathing, and right when the beep started, I just threw the headphones off and left. I go, I can't do this. This is too freaky.
Heavy breathing voice acting. I've never considered that.
Breathing, horny guy in the background, and I couldn't do it, so I had to quit. I had to turn down a hentai gig, and like I said, I'm not morally opposed to that at all.
Sure.
The only gig I ever turned down was actually a commercial job. Because I have you know my voice, I have a relatively deep voice, and for whatever reason in Dallas, because we don't have a huge like African American voiceover community, I sometimes get called in to do voices for African American spots. And I don't think it has anything to do with like trying to fool people into thinking I'm a black guy or something, but a lot of times it's just like, he's got a cool voice, let's just use him on that. Well, there was this one time where the client said, yeah, we need to like up the blackness a little bit. I go, well, you know, I'm not black, so that's going to be kind of weird for me. And then I look at the commercial, and it says, this is my voice, my time. I'm like, all right, look, this is just like, I'm not going to say that, and I'm not going to up any blackness. I'm afraid I'm going to have to.
Oh man, I can just imagine the backlash from just doing something like that. I mean, I'm sure you're just like nope,
no,
I'm not doing that.
I'm pulling the plug on that right now.
Oh man. That's pretty awesome. So, I guess it sounds like you're pretty open otherwise to like, do
I'll do anything, man. It's just acting. It's just fun.
Any other memorable like non-Dragon Ball Z like gigs that you guys have done?
I love playing Batman and the Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, amazing, dude!
I love playing that. That was really fun. And I had to voice match Christian Bale, which he has a slight list if you listen carefully. He's like, "Where's the Joker?" He's doing all this stuff. Anyways, I did that. I recently guest starred on Sophie the First for Disney.
Very cool.
There's some other things I can't talk about that are happening, and so that was really fun.
Yeah, that's the hard part, is like being able to, certain things you just can't talk about. One of my favorite companies to work with is a company called Twisted Pixel.
Right.
And they did all the Explosion.
Yeah, Explosion Man and the
I played Captain Smiley and the star that was.
Oh yeah, that game was awesome.
God, I love that, because that game company is just like, whatever, dude, just make the awesome, just say whatever. So they let me say anything I wanted to say on that game.
That was like the best gig.
They're in the office looking at whatever.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be awesome.
Everything's shy of that, man, because they're just like, yeah, whatever. If you want to say it, just say it. Like yeah, if this wasn't live streaming, I could tell you some pretty horrible things.
Let's talk later.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Let's take a couple of last questions and then wrap things up. So let's see here.
Well, you guys dubbed the DBZ One Piece
Toriko crossover.
I didn't know there was one.
Oh yeah, what is that?
We will if we are asked to dub the.
Awesome. Who's the shot caller on that? Who's like the guy that decides?
Well, that's the problem. Like Toriko, One Piece, and Dragon Ball Z. That'd be like hey, when are you guys gonna voice the Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Bank of America like movie? Like it's gonna be so hard to get those three guys to agree to do anything together.
So the voice actor is allowed to use the same voice for different characters. They can bound to keep the character. But I can't use my Goku voice with another character called Goku for another property. But I can and have used the voice that's very similar to that for a show called Kappa Mikey, which is a parody of anime. So I purposefully used a Goku-y like voice, and then I did for another voice in the show. I did a mixture of Chris's Vegeta and Piccolo together for the bad guy to parody that. So yes.
Does anyone ever rage at you guys for like like using those voices like outside Dragon Ball Z, like you've tainted like Goku, you've tainted Vegeta? No, like,
because it's never. We can't do it with a character. If someone draws a Goku cartoon, and
Right.
says, "Hey, go play Goku," I can't do that.
right.
But because we've never done that, so nobody ever rages at us for that. They rage at us. It's weird because like I got some rage on my fan page the other day that the Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods bridge trailer won't play in his country, and he's like, "Hey, what's up? We'll play F you." And
You know
I'm
that show?
And I'm like,
What's up
hang
with
on,
that?
let me contact your government. What the lawyers about the respective laws in your country and why you can't stream. It's like, like I don't have anything to do with it.
I'll tell you, I felt the heat. I felt the heat of the internet rage recently.
What's that?
And this is probably a horrible thing to talk about on Twitch
We should
because half of
absolutely
those
talk
guys are
about
on this chat room right now. But not so long ago, I replaced the announcer voice on Quake Live Arena. Oh man, it was pages and pages of hate on that one. I had someone.
What were they saying? Like, what could they say? Like, you have an epic voice.
It wasn't I was not the one that decided I wanted to change it. Like, they physically had to change it for some technical reason. They said, "Do you want to do it?" They said, "It's probably not going to be too popular." I said, "I'm used to that." So yeah, I got some emails from someone going, "Thanks for ruining Quake." Like, what are you talking about? And he emails me
guy
back.
out there. What's wrong with you guys?
Oh, dude, I was like, "I'm sorry that you hate change." But emailing me personally to tell me you hate me is pretty like immature.
Yeah.
Oh man, I respect you for actually replying to that. That's crazy. But thank you guys, Sean, Chris.